Hey guys, thanks for joining this presentation. We're going to talk about how you can earn in the video gaming world, which many people have been trying to do for a very long time, I'd say. But up until now, only a few have been able to do this. With MMO Cashout, the opportunity to earn is now, I'd say, a reality for almost everyone. My name is Michael. I'm 18. I play video games. That's all I do. I play video games. That's it. I just play video games, and I hold a village in the MMO Cashout Kingdom. We also have Elizabeth Evans here with us today. Welcome, Elizabeth. And can you tell us a bit about yourself and MMO Cashout?
Well, thank you, Michael, for that awesome introduction. And it's great to have you on the call, especially considering you are a gamer, right?
Hmm.
I know you're fairly uncomfortable being on these calls with me, but I do appreciate the fact that you're willing to get on here and talk about just how exciting this opportunity is to you as well. So, again, thanks for having me on the call. As Michael said, my name's Elizabeth Evans. I've been a video game addict for over 30 years, right? So I definitely understand this play video games all the time thing. I'm also a marketer and hold a village in the MMO Cashout Kingdom as well. So, Michael, why don't we start with what MMO Cashout stands for?
That sounds great.
Okay, so MMO stands for Massively Multiplayer Online. And Cashout, of course, everybody knows this one, right? Cashout stands for money. So unless you've been sleepwalking through life for the last 30 years, you know a little something about video games with names like Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, WoW, right? World of Warcraft,
Hmm.
Tank, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, just to name a few.
Yeah, and like she said, these are just a few of the thousands of video games being played today. I mean, just look at MMO Cashout's gaming website. There's like, I think 2,000 games listed there alone.
It's pretty darn close, yeah, for sure. Right, and MMO Cash is actually leading a historic change. The movement's being enjoyed by people all over the world. Everything's changing in the video gaming world, and you guys can be a part of this multi-billion-dollar industry now. As Michael said, there's now an opportunity for just about anybody to earn, right? The only thing you have to do is spread the word. We've got everything in place. We've got perfect timing, a product with the largest global appeal, backed by an experienced and successful team.
Yeah, but let's step back a bit to the beginning of the video gaming industry. Many people don't realize that it started way back in 1940 with the first video game being displayed at the World's Fair.
Absolutely. The first known computer game was actually released in 1950, long before most people think, right? What most people remember is Pong, which was the first video arcade game released in 1972. And yeah, I know that's a little early for you, but
Yeah,
Pong's been around forever. I'm sure you know what it is.
I don't think I ever got the experience to play Pong when it
No?
first came out, you know? I don't think I ever played it. But I'd say it's
Oh,
probably what most people remember as the beginning, but look at how far the industry has come since then.
for sure, right? The next progression occurs in the early 1980s with dial-up service. A number of games were used for proof of concept by hardware manufacturers and software programmers.
Yeah, but don't forget all the handheld devices. Most people would think of Game Boy, the DS, and the PSP, but my mom was telling me about something in I think it was 1978. It was called a Merlin. It was one of the earliest and most popular handheld games, selling over like 5 million units during its initial run, as one of the most long-lived, remaining popular throughout the 1980s. I was like,
Absolutely.
what? Little
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And little cute handheld device didn't do a whole lot, but it was amusing for its time,
Yeah,
right?
apparently it was amusing for 5 million people.
You betcha, right? And all the way through the 80s, right? So you're looking,
Mhm.
right? Like you're looking for more than 10 years of popularity. That's
Yeah.
pretty decent for the first handheld,
Yeah,
right?
also look at how the internet has affected the video gaming experience.
Well, the 90s had a new round of action and interest for us gamers, absolutely. For the first time ever, we could interact with our friends online and play games together and actually have graphics involved. right?
Instead of text
It
based.
was awesome. Well, the text-based games were fine, but right when you started adding graphics, it was like, oh wow, this is cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, Neverwinter Nights was released back in '91. It was the most successful MMO game for the next 6 years, and honestly, I think it was really the first one. Although I couldn't find proof of that, right? But you notice the one point these video games do have in common is the growth they experienced with development of the World Wide Web.
Hmm.
A lot of the video games today are developed for groups, right? MMO, massively multiplayer online, right? Where we get together, we create guilds, clans, or similar groups so we can improve our rankings, enhance our skills, and extend our social reach.
Yeah, extend that social reach to what, 2.5 billion gamers?
You betcha. That's like a third of the planet population.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's an enormous expanding market. Some colleges and universities around the world have started offering scholarships for video gaming.
Really?
Pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I participated in a tournament, I think like 2 years ago, for a scholarship.
Right on. So, what game did the college choose? And of course, everybody wants to know how'd you do?
They chose a game called League of Legends, and my team placed second in the tournament.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. The US has also started ranking esports gamers as professional athletes.
Which is awesome, right?
Yeah,
They
I
spend
think
as
it's pretty
much
cool.
time on their skills as any other athlete, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool. And
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny because like where they hold their tournaments, it's usually those like athletic stadiums and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, you mentioned the other day, didn't you, that they'd actually sold out one of the stadiums.
Oh,
Do you still have
yeah.
the details of that?
Yeah, Riot Games, the makers of League of Legends, filled the Staples Center in under an hour when they did their Season 3 World Championships.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
See, just
crazy.
goes to show how popular, right? How popular games are becoming,
Hmm.
right? And how long-lived, right? They've been around forever and not showing any signs of going away, which is a good
Yeah,
thing.
it's really
I'd
good.
hate to have to give up my video games, right? And it's not a young person world anymore. Like, granted, yes, there's a lot of teenagers playing games, not right. Don't get me wrong there, but right, 29% of video gamers are now over the age of 50. Right? Look
That's
at me.
that's
I'm
surprising.
42. Well,
Well,
it
yeah,
might be
okay,
to some people, but right, like look at the right. I'm 42. I've been playing for 34
but
years.
I mean, 42 isn't over 50. I'm just saying.
No, not
So,
yet. Thank you. At least you didn't say I was old and decrepit. I appreciate that. Right? But right, the average player is actually 30 plus years of age and has been playing for more than 12 years.
hmm. So that
Right?
it's not like a teenager thing, like,
No, not at all. Not at all. Right?
yeah,
And especially now that we've got smartphones and tablets, right? The gaming companies have gone just nuts because 92% of all smartphone and tablet owners play video games at least once a week. 45% say they play daily. I'll bet you of that 92%, more than 45% play more than once a week,
yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
right? Apple's App Store, right, and the Android Store both have roughly 200,000 paid game apps currently, and it grows just about daily,
Yeah, and
right?
that's only paid games. There's so many free games.
Exactly, exactly, right? They're looking at video game profits for iOS and Android handhelds are expected to actually be greater than the profits of Sony and Nintendo combined by 2016.
So by next year, well, a few
Big.
months, it's
Yeah.
gonna be more. That's pretty crazy.
You betcha. You betcha. But gaming is spread the world over, right? You look at like 70% of the online population in Turkey plays games, right?
That's a lot.
54% of Poland's online population plays video games, right? Comscore's got some awesome stats that way. And it's
Yeah,
amazing just how widespread it is, considering how everybody's like, oh, well, I don't know any gamers. Remember?
yeah.
2.5 billion
Billion.
gamers worldwide, a third of the planet, and you don't
One
know any
third of the
gamers.
planet.
Sure you don't.
You're telling me you don't know anybody that plays video. Okay,
Yeah, not.
sure.
Right?
Well, we could
But
talk about games all day since we're both gamers, but let's talk about MMO Cashout a little bit.
sure.
To me, it's almost like a game. In games, I have to level up, and I have to technically do the same in MMO Cashout. Like, I started as a squatter, and I got my game store, and I saw the potential with MMO Cashout, and needed to be at least peasant level in order to be able to share it with my friends because they kept bugging me.
Harassment more than
God,
daylight's on you, I'm sure. How are
they're
you
like,
making money?
how are you making money while sitting at your computer playing games? And I'm like, I'm playing games. That's how I'm making money. All right. And of
Playing
course,
games, spreading the
what
word,
other
you
gamer
betcha.
doesn't want to learn how to do that?
Well, I don't know of any, right? Any gamer I talk to about it that learns that they can actually be making money doing what they do, right? Playing their games, talking to their friends. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, sign me up.
Sign me up.
So of course, right? Gamers definitely want to learn how to earn from their passion.
Mhm.
And MMO Cashout helps people to make money by teaching them how to spread the word. Right? Here's how that works. They've created a brand new video game marketing platform which rewards members for their connections, plain and simple. People can join only through invitation from an existing villager, like Michael or myself, or you guys on the call, right? Spreading the word.
Mhm.
Now, you guys can get a huge head start by being one of the first to send out invitations to MMO Cash App.
Hey, can you also explain to our viewers how they can earn money with MMO Cash Out?
Great question. I'm sure everybody would love to know how they can earn a substantial income as a villager with MMO Cash App. So there's a few different ways you can earn. You can earn from building your kingdom. You can earn from the activity of your kindred, who are the people that you've spread the word to that have chosen to join you in your kingdom. You can promote your own online store loaded with video games, which is where Michael started,
Mhm.
right? And there's more to come. We've got tournaments, cryptocurrency, beta testing games, new game development. Both of those are interesting to me, right? There's going to be a marketplace so gamers can find all their gaming gear without having to dig through all of the non-gaming stuff
Stroller.
you find. Yeah, strollers and fridges and washing machines and
Lawnmower. Like what?
lawnmowers. And that's just right. Like those are just a few of the things we've got on the boards.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about ranking up and being able to earn the monthly car bonus and vacation bonus.
For
Like that
sure.
sounds so nice. Like a nice
People
trip
want to
somewhere.
drive their car to meet their friends and say,
Yeah.
see what I'm not paying for, the
Look at
company's
yeah.
paying for.
Look what I
Look at
got
what
for
I
pretty much
didn't
free.
buy. Yep.
So,
Yeah, you
they
betcha.
probably think I'm stealing it actually. Look at what I got for free. Yeah,
They'll be
what
looking
car
for the
lot,
cop car behind you.
huh? Oh, I mentioned I started as a squatter myself and that I could rank up, like I do in games pretty much. Would you like to explain the difference in ranks?
Sure, sure. So there's a few different levels you can come in at, starting at peasant for $10 a month, squire for $50 a month, or our top paying position, which is royal, for only $99 a month. We're working really hard to keep this affordable for everybody. Now, at every level, you get access to your personal game store and receive a commission from items sold in your store. Now, right now, while we're in pre launch, you can choose to rise up to any of those three levels at any point. After launch, you're only going to be able to come in as a peasant for $10 a month, and then you're going to have to qualify to rise up to squire and above. So it's definitely worth getting in while we're in pre-launch.
Yeah, as Elizabeth pointed out, we are in pre-launch and the team building phase, but there are other ranks higher than Royal.
Absolutely, right? However, you must be at the royal level to start qualifications for those levels. They don't cost you any more money. Those are levels that you have to qualify to meet. Um, Now, your taxes, like I said, your taxes stay $99 a month. Based on the qualifications you need, there are four additional levels, though. There's soldier, warrior, knight, and knight of the round table. Now, if you'd like more information about these ranks and the potential to earn over $10,000 from the fast track and leader bonuses, get back with the person that sent you to this call or your liege lord. They will have that information for you.
Hey, can you give our listeners an example of the money they can make in their kingdom as a royal?
Absolutely. Now, folks, do remember, right? This is an example only. I cannot guarantee you'll make this money because We don't know how hard you're going to work on your business, right? But as an example, right, it's a pretty small slice. So it's a good idea, a good way to give you an idea as to what you can earn. So let's get started. Let's say you've got 3,000 villages owned by peasants. You'll earn a tax of $1,350 a month. Now, say you also have 3,000 villages owned by squires. You're going to earn an additional tax of $4,500 a month. And say you've also got 3,000 villages owned by royals. You're going to earn a tax of $10,500 a month. Now, if you add that up, your earnings are $16,350 per month in this example, and that's only
Yeah.
9,000 people.
Yeah, it's 9,000 of 2.5 billion gamers, and that's just the
Exactly.
gamers.
Exactly, right? And you're not responsible for bringing every single one of those people in, obviously, right? Your kindred
Yeah.
will bring people in, and their kindred will, right? Everybody wants to expand their kingdoms. So
Hmm.
that's 9,000, right? And not all of it work you have to do. And of course, we will show you how. Now, remember,
Yeah.
folks, it does start with you and not a year or two from now, not after 50 million people or 100 million have joined, right? You guys found out about it now. Hey, Michael, here's the thing. How many times have you heard this? Or have you heard somebody say this to your mom? If I was only in the right place at the right time, I could have been rich.
I've heard it a few times myself,
Yeah.
and people tell my mom.
But by introducing the MMO Cashout platform to the world, you have the opportunity to earn by spreading the word and never have to say that phrase yourself. Or you likely going to hear this in a few months. Have you heard about MMO Cashout? I joined a couple of months ago and I am making so much money while playing games with my friends. Um, oops, how bad would you feel?
Ah, that would suck.
You think?
I mean, like, I heard about this like 4 months ago, and you're making too much
How
money. I'm making
much?
nothing.
Yep,
But yeah.
yep. It's up to the action takers, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so now is the time to get involved. At MMO Cashout, we know what is going to happen when we start the public invitation phase and open the invites to the 2.5 billion gamers. I'm okay, we're not just inviting gamers, but still
Oh, no,
2.5 billion gamers. It's it's gonna go viral right away, especially when parents realize this may give them more time with their kids. Like me and my mom, we game together and we work this business together. Technically, I'd say, yeah.
yeah,
The chicks
well,
over there
it
playing
gives you
video
guys
games
something
now.
to, right, to build on, right? To
Yeah,
build
it's
together, for
yeah.
sure.
Isn't this the first time your husband has been interested in your business?
It actually is, right? He's always been wonderfully supportive about me, right, having my own business and doing my thing. But until I was in MMO Cash Out for a little while and actually chatting with somebody, spreading the word, right?
Hmm.
He surprised me. He turned around from his game and he says to me, he says, I think maybe I need to get an account. And I'm just like, what? But you don't do this kind of thing. He's like, yeah, I know, but it's gaming.
But
And
I
I'm a
play video
gamer.
games.
And I'm right. And so now not only do we game together, right, but we work this business together. Right? Gives
Yeah.
us one more thing to do together as a couple, right?
Hmm.
For sure. Now, folks, you really, really should consider yourself privileged to hear about this first. Whoever invited you to this presentation really does care about you, right? You want to be in place and ready to spread the word to all your gaming and marketing connections. Now is the time to take action. We've got everything in place, like I said earlier. Perfect timing, a product with the largest global appeal. Remember, we keep joking about it, but seriously, 2.5 billion people, right? That's quite a marketplace that we don't have to create,
Hmm.
right?
And
That kind of
just
experience. Yep, that's just gamers. That's not even
that's
the
just
marketers that I
gaming.
know are going to jump all over this, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? And it helps that we are definitely backed by an experienced and successful team. So, folks, don't wait for millions more to join ahead of you in MMO Cashout. Secure your position today by contacting the person that invited you to this presentation. Ask them how you can get your MMO Cashout kingdom started. Get in on the excitement, get in on the money. Or the dungeon may be your next stop. And believe me, folks, we are not hiding loot in this dungeon.
No loot in this dungeon. And with that, we'd like to thank you for joining us today and have fun gaming.
Happy rampaging, folks.